not only up front, but in the GTD class as well. Check this out. The fight between Corvette and BMW just got ugly.
24-year-old Nico Verone out of Buenos Aires just gets a little bit too aggro here, takes the BMW out. It doesn't stop there, passes his teammate, but almost certainly we'll get a drive-through penalty for race control.
That was part one.
This was earlier. This is the BMW on Alexander Sims. And they really battle it out right down into this next brake zone, which is turn 6. Then they're up on the oval, side by side. Look at Sims put the squeeze on. Then who's going to be the bravest? They touch right there, argy-bargy at 170 miles an hour. Just a brilliant move by Alexander Sims.
Just go back, if you weren't with us on Peacock, there's bad blood between these two teams from earlier in this race. Especially from the Corvette side, they thought that the BMW guys weren't playing fair with the second Paul Miller car. So this is a continuation. That wasn't an isolated incident. This has been brewing for hours.
This is great for Ford. Olsen now up front in the 65 Ford Mustang has a 2+ second lead. But it's now 2 yellow Corvettes giving chase, but you got to feel that Verone may get a penalty.
Now that black and yellow Corvette is the GTD class leader, Matt Bell, who hasn't won in IMSA since Petit Le Mans, going all the way back to 2014.
Drive-through, to your point, you guys predicted a drive-through penalty for car 4, the Corvette of Nico Verone.
Watch Blomqvist. Look at Blomqvist, who's got a great run on Matt Campbell, who got checked up big time in this traffic.
He really did. He makes the run around the outside. GT car should open up and give him that inside lane. Gotta be so careful there on the brakes. He gets the nose tucks, he slides it. Dirt drags it across the apex.
Meanwhile, Felipe Nasr, the race leader, look at him up ahead. He's loving it. He's more than a second out in front of his teammate, who's trying to handle the challenge from Tom Blomqvist. Just 8 minutes left in this Rolex 24.
That is huge. They've got about half dozen cars immediately in front of them. The relatively clean air, which may get them to the checkered flag.
About 5 laps to go for Felipe Nasr, and as a driver right now, you're looking in your mirror and you tell yourself, I've got the gap, I've got 5 laps to go, hit your marks, focus forward, and just be the most precise you've been all weekend long. This is when it matters the most.
Think about this, fellas, as we see that Corvette come to pit road. The captain, Roger Penske, it was 55 years in between overall wins from 1969 to last year. He has the chance to go back-to-back.
Yeah, and he's looking for a 1-2 start to this year. Calm, cool, and collected. He's been here so many times. He knows it's not over yet, but 7 minutes still on the board.
Sebastian Bourdais leads Paul di Resta and Felipe Fraga. Just over a minute, blanketing those top 3 in LMP2. That has been a terrific fight. We've shown you GTD Pro. Olsen over Sims over Prio. And then in GTD, Matt Bell over Guven and Drudy. Corvette over Porsche and Aston Martin.
Look at GTD, the Iron Dames, the all-female driver lineup sit in P5. They're only 4 seconds back of the lead. What a performance. Shell Gatting, Porsche factory driver behind the wheel of that Porsche. There you see them, that pink-coloured machine. Iron Dames, supported by Deborah Meyer.
Cal, guess who's spotting for this car? Jackson
Son,
Bell.
yeah.
Jackson Bell.
My 21-year-old son, he's been given the task to bring the Dames to the finish. And I'm looking at that race car, I can judge a spotter by the bodywork, and that thing looks to be pristine. So well done, young man.
Under 6
Look at
minutes
this.
to go. And
Blomqvist.
here comes Tom Blomqvist around the outside. Campbell on the inside. The Acura for Meyer Shank Racing. They'll go side by side. Is Blomqvist far enough ahead? He won't back out now, will he? Or he has to. Campbell won't let him get that second spot.
This is just hurting their lap time and allowing the leader Nasr to escape ever further down the road. Nasr is loving life right now.
I asked Felipe Nasr in the lead up to this race, when you brought it home last year, what was that final stint like what was that final stanza like on the radio? The vibe, the feeling, the communication. And he said it's tense, but we know what to do. You know what's on the line. You've got to stay calm, stay focused, and do what you've been doing all before to just get it to the checkered flag. And now the 32-year-old Brazilian is less than 5 minutes from doing it in consecutive years. What an honor to take it to the line.
You just think about Nazar's career in Formula One, coming to IMSA now, everything he's achieved at the top level of motorsport. And Cal, he's still just 32 years old. He has so much in front of him. And if he can keep this kind of dominant performance up, the sort of decisiveness that he exercised to pass his teammate, bold, brave, a risk taker, but making it work today.
Battle here with the 120. It's a car that's out of position, that he's on his flank right now. Here comes the battle. Blomqvist sits in second. He's got around Campbell. He's got the run. Does he have enough time with 4 minutes on the board? That should be 3 laps to try and chase down that lead Porsche Penske machine. Acura coming on strong at the finish.
Could it be a fairy tale for Mike Shank and Jim Meyer, missing the IMSA season last year, returning with the Honda Racing Corporation and Acura, and they're one position, they're 1.8 seconds away from being in the lead of this race in the final 3.5 minutes.
Now we get the answer to the question I wondered, which was how much has Blomqvist been saving his car and his tires? Can he start to eat into that lead? 1.8 is the gap to Nazar right now. I'm watching every apex, every acceleration point. Is he pulling away from Campbell? It would appear so.
Be 2.5 laps to go to see the checkered flag here. I'm not sure he has enough time without some help in traffic, where Nazar may be balked.
Got that clean air. Let's see what the Acura can do. There's the fight. First and second. And we'll give you a time check. You can watch the graphic into the Le Mans chicane. They've only got to do this another 2, maybe 3 times.
Felipe Nazar, he struggled with these new hybrid machines when they debuted back in 2023, but then he got his head around it. The sparkle came back in his eye, and boy, did it showcase itself in their performance.
And I'm sure Blomqvist is desperately looking up the road in front of Nazar and asking his team, when are we going to find traffic again? I'm looking on the tracker map, and I don't know if it's going to happen. I think we'll see the white flag next time by.
Think about some family stories and a bittersweet moment in the Vantor family, because Felipe Nazar, one of Felipe Nazar's teammates, is Lawrence Vantor, the brother of Dries, who started on the pole driving the BMW, had that damage, and he went out of contention to fight for a podium and a win. Vantor is left. Lawrence, the older brother, is headed for victory here at Daytona along with Nick Tandy and Felipe Nazar.
Yeah, for Tandy, he may become historically the first man, the first driver ever to win all 4 big 24-hour races. Overall, incredible stuff.
Blomqvist is digging. He's not giving up. He is still trying. This race is not over. There may only be 1.5 minutes to go.
He's a tenth slower through the first sector than Nazar, so Nazar's got the speed through that first sector. Let's see what happens in sector 2, where finishes right on the approach of this Le Mans chicane.
Remember, it was 1.8 seconds last lap. 1.7 is the gap now.
Nazar's got the pace.
The bus stop.
He's got the pace, Townsend. A further 2/10 gap that he established in segment 2.
Felipe Nazar out in front, and he's going to get the sign that you're almost home. There it is. One more lap for Porsche Penske Motorsport. One more lap of Daytona International Speedway's road course for Felipe Nazar.
Not much traffic up ahead. Next car on the road is Rexy, the number 77 Porsche. Quite a ways down the stretch.
Folks, after almost 24 hours of racing, 3 of the 4 classes have the top two separated by less than 2 seconds. That's what IMSA is all about. That is epic. And that's what modern day endurance sports car racing is all about.
Unbelievable when you think about all the drama, and if Nasser can hang on here, he will pull this off in the best possible way. Beating your teammates straight up, having to make the anxious decision of how hard to race with your team, Penske running 1-2. How aggressive can I be? Do I put it all on the line? He did, and it has paid off.
One more blast around the high banks, and he may grab another victory here. What a performance by the whole group.
He reached a massive objective in what most drivers dream of, and that's getting to Formula One. He raced for Sauber. Didn't get the big ride, maybe with Mercedes or Ferrari or Red Bull, but that's okay. He's found his natural home in sports car racing, driving for Roger Penske and Porsche. And as he did a year ago, Brazil's Felipe Nasr has done it again, and so too has Porsche Penske Motorsport. Felipe Nasr wins the Rolex 24 at Daytona. And the captain continues his global domination of motorsport. IndyCar, NASCAR, sports car, they do it all.
Seb Bourdais driving the number 8 Tower Motorsports machine, looking for another victory here at Daytona as well. Put it on his resume.
Bourdais has won in class, he's won overall, and get this man another watch. Sebastian Bourdais and Tower Motorsports have done it. John Ferrano, Sebastian Alvarez, and Jo Ben Uitwer, they do it. How about in GTD Pro? What a fight this has been.
How close do you like? He's got 1% energy left on board.
Big moment for Ford and Dennis Olsen. The 28-year-old from Norway gets it done. His previous best finish was third. They will win today, and the crew is pumped.
And in GTD, Matt Bell in the AWA Racing Corvette wins that class. Phenomenal, and that was hard fought. There was a lot of banging and pushing and shoving, but they've done it. The AWA Corvette team victorious. But here it is overall. Roger Penske had to wait 55 years to get overall wins, and now he's done it back-to-back. Let's hear from the captain.
And it's also the 20th overall here at Daytona in the 24 for Porsche. Roger, what were you thinking down the stretch with 20 minutes to go when your two cars were fighting out for the lead?
Well, we had talked to them about not racing each other, but obviously these guys are racers, and fortunately we didn't get into trouble. I've said that before, but a terrific job by the whole team. When you think about all the drivers we had, they ran strong all day, and the cars, you know, this Porsche car we have has just been amazing, and to think we did it 2 years in a row is it's a credit to all the people here, all the people that are here, that one's from Germany, from Weissach, and from Porsche, and our team here. So we've got one organization, and now we've been able to say we did it again.
Congratulations. 2024 was pretty special. 2025 starts out the right way for Roger Penske and Porsche Penske here at the Rolex.